9 surprising factors that affect your attractiveness. When we think about what makes someone attractive, we typically focus on the obvious things like physical looks, style, or confidence. But here's the kicker. What if I told you that these classic traits are only scratching the surface of what truly draws people in? In fact, there are psychological and biological factors at play that you probably don't even realize are shaping how attractive you appear to others. Think about the last time you were inexplicably drawn to someone. Maybe it was their voice, their laugh, or the way they carried themselves. Ever wondered why? Well, it turns out there's a lot more going on than just your first impression. Science has uncovered some pretty surprising and even shocking factors that can make someone irresistible, and they have little to do with physical appearance. So, what are these hidden secrets of attraction, and how can you use them to become even more magnetic? Whether you're at a party, a meeting, or just out on a date, from the tone of your voice to the way you move and even the people you surround yourself with, these unexpected qualities play a huge role in how others perceive you. Intrigued? Stay tuned, because we're about to dive into 9 fascinating, science-backed factors that could totally change how you see attraction. Ready to unlock the secrets? But before we begin, welcome to another video from PSY Insight. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more social psychology videos, and drop a comment saying, "I subscribed," so we can give you a warm welcome. Now, let's get into it. 1. Your voice tone. Did you know that the tone of your voice could be way more powerful than you think when it comes to attraction? It's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. Imagine you're talking to someone, and they have this deep, resonant voice that immediately grabs your attention. There's something magnetic about it, right? That's because people are hardwired to respond to different voice pitches. For men, studies show that deeper voices, think of actors like James Earl Jones or Sean Connery, are often linked to power, authority, and masculinity. A lower voice signals confidence, stability, and even maturity beyond your actual age. Men with these voices are perceived as stronger, more capable, and, let's be real, more attractive. It's like your voice is speaking volumes even before you open your mouth. But here's the catch: what about women? Well, studies suggest that women find men with slightly lower pitched voices more trustworthy, capable, and resilient. It's all about what your voice subconsciously signals about your testosterone levels and overall vitality. Now, if you're a woman, there's something fascinating here too. A soft, sultry, and slightly higher pitched voice is often found to be incredibly appealing. It conveys youthfulness, warmth, and emotional openness, qualities that we naturally associate with fertility and energy. So, when you're talking to someone, think about this: how does your voice make them feel? Could it be a factor in your attraction? Next time you're speaking, ask yourself, are you using your voice to its fullest potential? Let's hear your thoughts on how your voice affects attraction in the comments below. 2. Your scent. Imagine this: you meet someone for the first time, and that subtle whiff of their natural scent grabs your attention. It's not perfume, not cologne, but their natural body odor. Sounds strange, right? But trust me, it's powerful. We all have an invisible, biological scent signature that's made up of pheromones and natural body odors. And here's the wild part: this is directly linked to attraction. Research shows that we are subconsciously drawn to people whose natural scent complements our own. There's a deep, evolutionary reason for this. We're hardwired to prefer partners with different immune system markers, which would lead to stronger, more genetically diverse offspring. This means that the moment you meet someone, you might not even realize it, but your nose is already making judgments. Crazy, right? But that's not all. There's also something called the major histocompatibility complex, MHC. Essentially, if someone has a very similar scent to yours, your body may react with discomfort, an instinctive rejection to avoid potential inbreeding. In fact, studies have shown that people who are genetically similar in terms of MHC are perceived as less attractive. It's nature's way of keeping things interesting. So the next time you meet someone and feel an immediate spark, or an odd sense of discomfort, don't brush it off. Your body is talking to you, and it's using scent as a guide. And get this, some people, about 40% of the population, are super smellers. They can pick up on pheromones and body odors more acutely than others, making scent an even more powerful factor in attraction. So, how does your scent affect your relationships? What's your take on the power of smell in attraction? Let's chat in the comments. 3. Your conversational patterns. Have you ever been talking to someone who just droned on, and no matter how good looking they were, you found yourself zoning out? It's crazy, but your conversational habits are huge when it comes to attraction. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. The little quirks and patterns that make you you. Imagine this: you're talking to someone who keeps mentioning irrelevant details. Oh, I went to this super exclusive restaurant last weekend. Or did I tell you I graduated from that Ivy League school? It sounds like bragging or overcompensating, right? Well, studies show that talking about random details or overqualifying things makes you appear insecure. It's a huge turn-off. People want authenticity, not someone trying too hard to impress. On the flip side, if you're an active listener and use vocal cues like "wow, that's interesting," or repeat something the other person said with enthusiasm, you're showing them that you care. That level of engagement? Incredibly attractive. It shows confidence, social intelligence, and emotional maturity, all things that create strong connections. And then there's the art of storytelling. Oh, trust me, being a master storyteller can make you infinitely more attractive. People love stories because they engage emotions, transport you to another world, and build intimacy. A well-told story brings people into your narrative, and before you know it, you're the center of attention in the best way possible. So, what do you think? Do you tend to overshare or engage in active listening? How do your conversation habits influence your relationships? Share your experiences in the comments below. 4. Your posture and movements. Okay, let's get real for a second. How you carry yourself says a lot about your confidence and attractiveness. It's not just about what you look like, it's about how you move. Picture this: someone walks into a room with their shoulders back, their head held high, walking with purpose. Instantly, they have presence. That's the kind of body language that says, "I know who I am and I'm comfortable in my own skin." It's powerful, it's magnetic, and it screams self-confidence. Now, think about someone who slouches, has their arms crossed, or avoids eye contact. They seem insecure, withdrawn, and honestly, not very approachable. Studies show that good posture doesn't just make you look more attractive, it actually makes you feel more confident. When you stand tall, you send out signals to your brain that boost your self-esteem. And it doesn't stop there. How you move is just as important as how you stand. Fluid, purposeful gestures when you talk show that you're passionate and in control. Keeping your arms rigid by your sides or fidgeting nervously? That can make you seem closed off and uncomfortable. So, next time you walk into a room, ask yourself, are you owning your space with open, confident body language? Or are you retreating into yourself? The way you hold yourself can be a game changer in how others perceive you. Let me know how body language affects your attractiveness in the comments. 5. Your drinking habits. Here's the truth: alcohol might give you that little boost at a party, but when it comes to long-term attraction, heavy drinking can actually diminish your appeal. We all know that alcohol is a depressant, which means it can make you seem more tired, stressed, and less vibrant over time. Think about it: someone who drinks too much can often look a little worn out, frazzled, or even older than they really are. Plus, it changes how we behave, making us less engaging and more distant from the people around us. Excessive drinking can even mess with your facial muscles, leading to that puffy, drained look that's hard to hide. Not the kind of impression you want to make when trying to seem attractive, right? But here's the flip side: if you're a moderate drinker or, better yet, a non-drinker, you actually project more energy, vitality, and youth. You're more present, and people are naturally drawn to that kind of authenticity and clarity. And here's a little secret: you don't need alcohol to have fun, to be funny, or to be social. In fact, people who don't rely on alcohol often seem more engaging, spontaneous, and real. So next time you're out at a bar or a party, ask yourself, am I drinking to enhance my appeal, or is it actually making me less attractive? How does alcohol really affect the way others perceive you? Let's talk about it in the comments below. 6. Your social circle. Think about this: if you want to know how attractive someone is, all you need to do is look at the people they hang out with. No, seriously, your social circle plays a huge role in how others perceive you. This is called the trait transference effect. It's an unconscious bias where we automatically associate a person with the positive traits of their friends. For example, if you're always seen with people who are warm, confident, intelligent, and successful, others are more likely to assume that you share those traits, whether or not they actually know you. It's like a cheat code for attraction. Your friends elevate your social status and attractiveness without you even realizing it. But the opposite is true too. If your social group is negative, rude, or unmotivated, that can actually drag your attractiveness down. People tend to assume you share the same negative qualities as the people you associate with. So, The company you keep is a huge part of how others judge you. How do your friends shape your attractiveness? Do you feel your social circle adds to your allure? Or does it need an upgrade? Let's chat about how your friends influence your charm in the comments. 7. Your personality quirks. Now, let's talk about quirks, those little personality traits that make you you. At first glance, physical beauty can spark attraction, but over time, it's your quirks that will decide whether that attraction deepens or fades away. Whether it's a silly laugh, an unusual sense of humor, or a quirky dance move, these imperfections make you human, and that's incredibly attractive. When you embrace your flaws, you're showing people that you're grounded, humble, and comfortable in your own skin. Those are the things that create lasting connections. But, of course, there's a balance. If your quirks are negative, like constant sarcasm or cynicism, it can make you come off as jaded, bitter, or closed-minded. No one wants to stick around someone who is always putting a negative spin on everything. So, how do you balance your quirks? Do you embrace the weirdness? Or do you try to tone it down to fit in? Think about the things that make you different and ask, do they add to your charm? Or could they be turning people off without you realizing it? Share your quirks with us in the comments below. Let's see what makes you stand out. 8. Your storytelling skills. Have you ever listened to someone tell a story, and by the end, you're completely captivated? It's like you're living in their world, experiencing the highs and lows with them. That's the magic of great storytelling, and it's an incredible tool for attraction. When you can weave a tale that's engaging, vivid, and emotional, you create a deep connection with your listener. It's not just about what happened, it's about how you make them feel as you share it. The best storytellers are master communicators who can draw you in with their words, body language, and voice. They keep you on the edge of your seat and leave you wanting more. This skill isn't just for entertainers, it's for anyone who wants to make a lasting impression. So, what's your story? Can you pull people in with your words? Can you create a visual and emotional experience for your listener? If not, maybe it's time to start practicing. Being able to tell a captivating story is a huge part of what makes you attractive. Whether you're recounting a funny moment, a life lesson, or an epic adventure, the way you tell it can make you unforgettable. How do you feel about your storytelling skills? Let's swap tips in the comments. 9. Excessive showing off. Here's a tough pill to swallow. Constantly bragging about yourself is a huge turn-off. Sure, you might think that showing off your achievements or possessions will make you look attractive, but it actually does the opposite. Why? Because when you keep bragging about your successes, it signals insecurity. It screams, I need validation, and that's just not attractive. True confidence doesn't need constant validation from others. It's quiet, calm, and doesn't need to shout about itself. People who feel the need to brag are often compensating for inner insecurities. So, the next time you find yourself wanting to show off, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Am I trying to prove something, or am I truly confident in who I am? True attraction comes from authenticity. When you can let your actions speak for themselves, that's when people start to take notice. So, stop trying to impress others with your accomplishments and let them admire you for who you really are. Real confidence is a quiet thing, and it's what people are truly drawn to. How do you balance self-promotion with authenticity? Share your thoughts in the comments.